Which one does he want? Digital. All right, hang on. Let me just see if I can get one on eBay. It'll probably be like £100 more though, if that's all right. And then you can pay me back like half of it, and then that will get him one, yeah? All right, hang on. Yeah, like £100 more, like, you know, it's just like the price of an extra game almost, like an ultimate game. Hang on. I'm gonna call you back, yeah? What? Who's buying a PS5 for this much money? 15 grand! 15 grand! I feel sick. So, last night, Sony announced that they are going to... I'll read the tweet to you right here. It says, "We want to thank gamers everywhere for making PS5 our biggest console launch ever. Demand for the PS5 is unprecedented. So we wanted to confirm that more PS5 inventory will be coming to retailers before the end of the year. Please stay in touch with your local retailers." And that's great and all, but there's one massive problem. Scalpers, mate. I came across this page because of this reply. This dude with the great news and the smiley face. And I'm like, all right, innocent enough. But then I see this tweet, which says, "We made over £1 million in profit," right? And that's because they secured over 2,500 consoles that morning. And look, I have no problem with it. However you want to make your money, make your money. But then when you're leaving cheeky little replies to stuff, you know? They replied to Alana Pierce here as well, where she said this is absolutely infuriating because, you know, scalpers have managed to get over 3,500. So they got another 1,000 in the process, or someone else got them. And they replied going, "Hi Alana, it's unfortunate that you feel this way. I imagine the unfortunate children being able to wake up to presents this Christmas because we've helped their parents pay their bills and put food on their table won't feel that way. A luxury item or food," which again is a ridiculous comparison. If you're making over £1 million in profit. But you know, that's just it is what it is. Unfortunately, there's no way that these retailers are actually combating the fact that scalpers are using bots and other such methods to secure so many consoles. I just think it's absolutely crazy to me. There's like 2,500 consoles off the market currently, you know, and not being resold for reasonable prices. You know, you go on eBay, 15,000. 14,500. This is the classic. If you play any RPGs like MMOs, you know, and you go in the like market area and you see someone selling like high tier gear, you undercut them by like 500 to make sure that yours sells. So I like that. They've thrown in a couple extras here as well. You know, you could get your hands on an extra controller and a camera and so on and so forth. Then we got this guy that's like, I'm gonna be reasonable here. Disc version, 10,000. Reasonable pricing, you know. And then again you have this person, marketplace mentality, that just comes along and goes, I'm gonna undercut them, 9,999. Like, it is insane, man. It's insane. And it just makes me think, right? It makes me think about that statement about all of the poor kids that are going to wake up to actually have food on their table and presents on their table. And I think about all of the other kids that probably aren't going to have any presents on their table despite the food, because these people have decided to snap them all up. It's actually mental. This wouldn't be such a problem if we weren't in like a pandemic, because, you know, there'd be a lot more accessibility in stores. It's a lot harder to actually go and get stuff in store, like, and leave there with, like, you know, fucking 2,500 consoles. It's not that easy, you know? But as it stands with everything being online, it's really easily exploitable. And at a point in time where people are just being stuck in their houses, kids, adults, whatever, big kids, whatever you want to call them, right? Can't get their hands on these consoles just to take life away for a little bit and forget about stuff. Consoles that people have been waiting for ages for, and they're clicking and they're refreshing and they're doing everything they can, all for people to use, you know, manipulative software that allows them to not only just outbuy everyone, but also then resell it at prices like this. Look how much I'm scrolling before you even get to a reasonable price here. I don't even know if there is a reasonable price here, but it's, look at it. It just keeps, and every time, the undercut method. Oh, I'm going to sell it for a little bit less. I'm going to sell it for a little bit less. Some of these will be the same people as well. When do we get to a reasonable price? When do we get to a reasonable, like, and I know, like I'm saying, there's no right or wrong, ultimately. Like, and this is capitalism and consumerism at its absolute worst, you know? So technically there is no right or wrong. But at the same time, this is mental, man. This is a year when people have lost their jobs. Parents have lost their jobs. This is a year, right, when for some kids and stuff, not just their jobs, they've lost family members, you know? They've lost sociability. They've lost so much things. I don't know if that sociability is a word, but there's so many people in bad spots right now. And yes, gaming and that little bit of like dopamine or whatever you call it, serotonin, whatever, that hits with getting something new and playing something new and getting your hands on something, right, is being held at ransom from people at a time where you probably just want to escape and play some Miles Morales, man. Like, I'm on page 2 now, and there's no reasonable pricing. We're still well over 1,000 here. We've gone over, this is over 400 consoles here, all being sold for over £1,000. And this isn't in America, and this is just in England alone. Page 8 is too far. We've gone too far now. Someone selling a controller for 200 and... I feel sick, man. Nah, man. Nah, come on. Come on. Can't we be reasonable about this? Can't we be civil about this? So by page 8 you go too far, and at page 7 it's still 800 as the lowest I'm seeing here. 800. There we go. We got some 700. Nope, 799. That's not really like any different. Right. Well. There we go. There's one. There's one. Right there. For only like £100 markup, which isn't so bad. That's what I expect from resellers. This one, man. This, I can't. 15 grand. 15 grand. Get out of here. 15 grand, yeah? 15 grand. 42 watchers. Who's watching this? That's mad. That's actually mad. So yeah, if you can't get your hands on a PS5, this is why. So it doesn't matter, PlayStation. It doesn't matter how much you're going to restock, yeah? It doesn't matter. Until you find a way to work with these retailers to stop this from happening, there's going to be a lot more people that don't get their hands on the PS5 this year. And it's not fair. It's not fair.